This means the two countries with the large difference in the inflation rate will establish a single currency area. After the formation, and the current countries with poor credit in controlling the inflation will gain the credit from the countries with good credit in controlling the inflation, and therefore it reducing the inflation and improve the social welfare. And it's shown we can show that in the open economy by the Barrow Gordon's model. Under this model, it's not in the lecture notes, but I can briefly summarize this conclusion. Is before the forming of the Euro area, the two countries before forming the Eurozone, uh, assume that Germany is more focused on the inflation and Italy is more focused on the unemployment. But the Germans are in different curve is relatively steady. It's relatively steady and it's relatively smooth, and Italy's in difference curve is relatively steep. And there's 2 points, and it means some under the natural unemployment, the inflation rate. And Italy suffers the large social benefits because under the natural inflation condition, it has a high inflation. If after they're forming the currency zone, it means the Italian government have to give up their control on the currency. It cannot use the policy that by increasing the inflation to increase their unemployment rate. And Italy's public, because of the unified centralized bank, they have the trust in the anti-inflation, and the inflation rate expectation decline gradually, and until it reaches the Germany's inflation rate. Assume that the unified central bank and the government of Germany and the monetary authority of Germany has the same anti-inflation rates, anti-inflation credits. After they forming the single currency zone, the Italy's inflation and unemployment balance will change. And as obvious that the Italy's social welfare will decrease, while the Germany's social welfare will not loss. It is the Pareto improvement. Of course, to obtain the income, there is a very important There is an important pre-assumption is that the unified central bank has to implement the same rigid policies, anti-inflation monetary policies as rigid as the Central Bank of Germany does. Otherwise, the Italy's social welfare cannot be improved, and the Germany social welfare will have to suffer. And in the reality, in the Eurozone, Germany has to stick to the European Union's have to the relatively restrict currency policy. That is why in that